Well, good morning from day 70. We are leaving, I think this was Bobblets Creek Shelter. Popeye's getting on his shoes, got packed. I've already got mine on. And we're heading somewhere today. We're not sure exactly where. Our original plan had been Bryant Ridge Shelter, which is about 13 and a half miles up. But then we decided, well, maybe we should push 18 and there's another shelter beyond. So I don't know, we'll sort of see how things go today. We've got a late start because it was kind of cold and windy this morning. Nobody wanted to get up out of their sleeping bags this morning. So we are finally up and around, and we're about to move forward. So we'll talk to you up the trail. Well, moving on forward, lots of wind this morning. It's supposed to warm up to low 60s. Wow, pretty. It's supposed to be in the low 60s today, but it's supposed to be windy, so hopefully we'll be able to deal with that. I've got my rain jacket on right now just to block the wind out. Got my buff pulled up over my ears, and now that I'm moving, I'm fairly comfortable. But, we'll see how far we go today. It's either 13 and a half or 18 or so. I'm playing by ear, calling audible after lunch. We'll see where we wind up. Gorgeous views this morning off the side over here. Blue Ridge Parkway right there. And as yesterday, we're going to be paralleling it. Oh, nice knotty tree right here. Stuff you don't see every day. But anyway, we've been paralleling the parkway for a while now. And, we're heading on up the trail. Oh yeah, okay. Mills Gap, James River view, and that's the James River, right there in the middle. We'll be heading over across that tomorrow, or the day following, not really sure which yet, depends on the miles for today, but we'll be glad to show it to you. The pedestrian bridge over the James River for us is going to be the longest pedestrian-only footbridge along the entire Appalachian Trail. I don't know if this pond is intentional. Looks like it's banked up on one side, but hard to say. I don't know whether it's actually a pond or whether it's just rainwater that's puddled up right there. But anyway, still plowing forward. The wind is not quite as bad as it was, so I'm thankful for that. But I suspect it's still going to be windy off and on all day. Hopefully it will not destroy some of my videos when I get to the views, because I've already taken a couple of videos at view spots that I suspect I'm going to have to duck the volume on because it's probably going to be too windy to do anything with. But moving on forward, still not quite sure about our mileage for the day, but we'll do what we need to do. This is the view off to my right today. Beautiful. Oh, look at the rocks over there on this mountain here. Based on history, we'll probably wind up there. Seems like if there's rocks, we tend to walk over them. But right now, here's the trail in front of me, and doing well. Well, moving on up the trail today, and just cross over this little creek right here, spring, stream, whatever you want to call it. Good place to stop and get water. Popeye just did. I've still got a liter and some change, so I'm probably good for a little while, but we're going to plow on up, and still not exactly sure where we're going to stop today. We're waiting on Sticks to catch up with us, and we'll kind of go from there and figure out what we decide we're going to do together. For now, we're going to move on up the trail. Oh, wow, that scared me. I'm not used to seeing myself without the big fluffy beard and all the hair. So anyway, I thought I would just check in and let you know how things are going today. We set out kind of late this morning. It was all our faults. Clocks went off, snooze buttons were hit, and we didn't get on the road until I don't even know what time it was, 8:45 maybe. It was definitely later than we had expected. We had talked about doing a 20-mile day today and moving past Bryant Ridge Shelter or Bryant Creek. I don't remember which it is. Not sure whether we're going to do that or not. As I mentioned yesterday, Sparkplug got off trail to meet someone yesterday evening and is due back on sometime, and just said she's going to catch up to us. So I don't know whether we'll have her to catch up on a 20-mile day, or whether she'll get back on where she got off, or whether she'll meet us up ahead. Not really sure the details there, but we'll hopefully see her by the end of the day regardless. And I'm just kind of plowing along right now. We blew past the first shelter that we were going to stop and have lunch at. I probably should have stopped, and I maybe still should stop. I think there's a really heavy creek coming up here within the next mile. I'm definitely going to pull up right there. I've got to have some food because right now I'm just kind of heel-toeing it. I'm about to be out of gas. My Pop-Tart didn't last long. That's one thing I got to figure out is good breakfast foods. And that's not the trail, that's a water runoff. Let's try turning right here. I found some Belvita things with chocolate in the middle that are pretty good. They taste good. They've got some calories, but they don't last forever. I brought out Pop-Tarts this time just because I hadn't had any in a while, and I'm not sure they last long. So I need to figure out something that I can do that's not oatmeal, because oatmeal just doesn't do it for me on the trail. But I will. I'll figure something that doesn't weigh too much, and that gives me some oomph and lasts me longer in the day. But a lot of hikers do what they call second breakfast. They'll hike an hour or two, and then they'll stop and do another heavy snack. Maybe that's what I need to be doing. But at any rate, when we get down to this big creek down here, I'm definitely going to blow up and eat something. It's a pretty area. I remember going past it. So I'll pull up there, have a good snack, and that should set me up for whatever we've got this afternoon. So I'll check with you just in a little bit. Well, this is a place where sometimes folks can camp. We chose not to. We've got a nice creek going on right here. Popco went on across the bridge. I don't know where the trail goes. We'll have to look that up on the map, but I am going to sit down somewhere and have something to eat near this wonderful creek right here. So we'll check in shortly. Well, back with you. We left that creek. I don't know whether it's called Middle Creek or not, but there's a Middle Creek campground nearby that we stayed at before. We didn't go up there this trip, but wow, a tail kicker of a climb out of there. And I'll be truthful, I'm not feeling it today. Gavin's not either. We both have remarked that we're just not hiking our best today. We had talked about trying to push 20, but I don't think there's any way I don't think I've got that in the tanks today. I'm probably a couple of miles away from the shelter that we had aimed for today, and I think I'm just gonna have to pull up there. Honestly, I don't have any idea how far Sticks and Sparkplug are behind us, but we waited for an hour back there at the creek and neither of them caught us, which is odd, but it is what it is. So it may well be that he gets there and decides he doesn't want to do the big miles either. I don't think he slept well last night either. But anyway, just to keeping things real, some days are like that. Some days you get out and you're walking and you're just not feeling it. And for me, that's today's that day. But hopefully tomorrow will be better. I'm confident that it will. And I'll check in with you up the trail. Well, it's late in the afternoon and we have arrived at the Bryant Ridge Shelter. And we had talked about pushing on, but I am completely out of gas. Hawkeye's out of gas. Sparkplug and Sticks are at least an hour and a half behind us, I think, based on the last communication we got from them. But this is a nice shelter. There's a level right here, but there's also, see the ladder going up, there's an upper level up here. And lots of porch space. You can cook here. There's a picnic table behind me. Gavin said there's a nice privy out that way. I've not been, but I'm headed that way to see if I can get a cell service to make a message out. But nice shelter, really well constructed. probably one of the biggest ones that we've encountered, if not the largest one that we've encountered so far. So we're gonna probably make this home for tonight, and I'll check with you later if we decide to do anything differently. But otherwise, thanks for joining us on day 70. It's been a crazy day. Neither of us know really quite why we're so tired. I'm working on drinking some electrolytes right now, hoping that dehydration is part of the issue. Getting some more water filtered over here, and may check with you later on. But if not, thanks for joining us, and come back tomorrow for day 71.